Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today, Friday, 27th of January 2017. This is Edward with the highlights of today's English newspapers. As usual, we have three leading daily newspapers for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline says, Court seeks special medical report on Duminda. Colombo Additional Magistrate Aruni Attigale yesterday directed the prison authority to produce suspect Duminda Silva before a neurological consultant at the National Hospital in Colombo and submit a comprehensive medical report in court about his illness on February 13. Maliki contradicts Rajida, says informed about Horana factory investor to President PM in advance. Prime Minister didn't know about the investor before the opening of the factory. Two cabinet papers giving details of incentives and other terms were submitted on the project. Rejecting claims made by Minister Rajida Senaratne with regard to the Horana tyre factory, development strategies and international trade minister Malik Samaravikrama said he had informed both President and the Prime Minister about the investor of the factory well in advance. Nara recommends Minister of Fisheries to ban humhead killing. Sri Lanka had not yet implemented a law against killing this fish. The National Aquatic Resources Research and Development Agency yesterday said it would soon send its recommendations to the Ministry of Fisheries to ban the killing of humhead fish in Sri Lanka. There was no move to legalize homosexuality. Rajida contradicts President. Contradicting a statement made by President Maithripala Sirisena on Wednesday that he threw away the cabinet paper aimed at legalizing homosexuality, Minister Rajida Senaratne yesterday told Parliament that there was never such a move. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Abductions in Colombo during 2009. Ex-Navy intelligence chief to be arrested. Lieutenant Commander 2 to be taken in. The CID conducting investigations into an incident where several persons have been abducted by unidentified groups in Colombo and the surrounding area in 2009 informed court yesterday that former Navy Intelligence Director Rear Admiral Ananda Guruge is to be arrested over the disappearance of two individuals in Kotahena. Hiring of SLTB buses by Mahinda Rajapaksa for presidential poll. SLTB asked to file counter objections. The Colombo Commercial High Court yesterday directed the Sri Lanka Transport Board to file counter objections before March 28 against the preliminary objections raised by several defendants, including former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, in connection with defaulting 142 million rupees owed to the SLTB, whose buses were used to transport people to election rallies of the former president during the 2015 presidential election campaign. UNP MP complains of anonymous phone calls. UNP MP Chaminda Vijayasiri yesterday complained in Parliament that he has been receiving anonymous phone calls asking him to stop questioning the conduct of the UVA Chief Minister and the UVA Provincial Council. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. Fully fledged Media Commission by June. DGI. Government mulls reinstating criminal defamation. The government will also establish a media commission which will come into effect by June this year, Director General of Government Information Dr. Ranga Kalasurya said yesterday. The aim of the proposed media commission, while protecting journalists and editors, would also be to regulate the social media and subjects such as hate speech, defamation and other criteria which are perceived to be preventing ethnic harmony, Dr. Kalan Surya said. Thunder showers in next 5 days. Meteorologist on duty Buddhiga Banduratna said since there will be no change in the wind patterns in the seas around the island, rainy weather could be expected in the forthcoming 5 days. Hunger strike in Vavuniya. Biggie appeals to President. Northern Province Chief Minister C.V. Vigneswaran has appealed to President Maithripala Sirisena to send a senior minister post haste to Vavuniya to give some assurance to the men and women who are on a fast unto death that the government would take steps to address their demands regarding forced disappearances and political prisoners. Maitri now only a normal president, says Mahinda Rajapaksa. Former President and SLFP Kurunagala District MP Mahinda Rajapaksa says that President Maithripala Sirisena is acting only as a normal president these days. The former president made these remarks to the media when pressed for his views on Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayaka's recent criticism of the Auditor General. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan Newspaper Highlights.